Hi, I'm Daryl, and this is another Fit Minute. And today I'd like to talk about protein. There's been a lot of controversy about protein. Doctors and nutritionists are all talking about, well, you don't need a lot of protein throughout the day. Matter of fact, you just need a steak about 3 ounces big, and that's all you need for your daily requirement of protein. And I disagree with that. I think that if you're a sedentary person sitting on a couch, not doing any exercise, you can get away with not eating much protein because your body's going to catabolize itself at a slower rate, and so the protein that you need will actually come from your own body, and the body can sustain itself like that for a very long time, for years. But for bodybuilders and those that are exercising pretty intensely, the protein demand is greater, so you have to take in more protein to match the output that you're putting on your body. So I have found for myself that I require a lot of protein, between 250 to 300 grams of protein a day. I've been doing this for a long time, about 27 years. I have written down everything that I do, and I've measured everything. I've done all the different types of diets. I've done low protein diets, I've done the high protein diets, I've done no protein diets, and so on. And the best result that I got was when my protein intake was high. You know, when I'm eating eggs, steak, chicken, fish, and nuts, and so on, I feel like the muscles resynthesize faster, they repair better, and then also they just feel pumped up all the time. When I work out and I don't have enough protein after the workout, I feel like my body's in a catabolic state for too long, and I can almost feel my body sort of eating itself away, which is kind of nasty. Kind of a weird feeling, but it just, I can feel my body shrinking. And so I have to take a lot of protein in to maintain my muscle mass. I'm not a big guy, only about 185 pounds, but I have taken a lot of protein because I have a very fast metabolism. And so for me to keep the muscle, I have to take in a lot of protein. And so my requirement is going to be different than someone else, but you have to kind of figure out what your bio-individual need is. And that's what I've done over the years. So what I do is I can't get it all in through my diet, so I have to take it in through supplements. And again, there's a lot of controversy about supplements as well. That we don't need protein powders, that you're pissing it all out, you're wasting money, and so on and so forth. And I've tried all types of protein powders and so on, and I have found that they actually do work. You have to find the right one. And I've been using this one. It's called Muscle Density 92% Milk and Egg Protein. I got turned on to this about 25 years ago by a legendary trainer called Vince Gironda. He was my trainer, and I did a lot of work with him and nutrition and with bodybuilding and so on, and I really like that product because when it works for me, it tastes really good, as well as the whole idea of what type of protein it is. It's a casein based protein, which is going to be a slower protein in your system, and it's also going to help with the time release of amino acids in your system. So it's going to be a nice sustained flow of amino acids, the building blocks of protein. Whereas whey protein synthesizes a little bit faster throughout the system, so that's a different type of protein that you also want to take if you're doing a protein supplementation diet as well. But for me, I like that 92% milk and egg protein, and what it does, it allows me to also get the requirement that I need throughout the day without having to sit down every 2 hours eating a steak and so on. So I can be on the go. So I have a protein shake at 10 o'clock in the morning, one about 30 minutes after I work out, and then another one before I go to bed. So I get plenty of protein throughout the day, in addition to my regular protein meals as well, with the protein of steak, the chicken, the fish, the nuts, and so on. So the basis of my diet is protein, and but again, you have to find out what works best for you. And what I would recommend is that you try to write everything down and to see what works best, and so on. I don't believe that you're going to blow out your kidneys and have all kinds of health problems if you have too much protein. I think that your body will regulate itself, and that you'll urinate out the excess protein if that's the problem. But again, if you're training hard and you're doing this thing right, then you're going to be able to utilize that protein and get the best value for it. So that is my Fit Minute. It's a little bit longer than a minute, but I do apologize, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Take care.